you're at a program like this, a lot of people want to be a part of it. So, you know, to get to visit with these young men whose dreams were to play at Florida State, and, you know, may not have had an opportunity any other way, and want to have a chance to do it, it's neat to do that.
What's the next tryout?
You know, we don't have a tryout. We've got a long list of people that want to come out for the fall, and due to NCAA restrictions, we can only take so many guys into training camp. So we're going to have to make those decisions off of video evaluations off of high school seniors that want to come out for next year to meet those number restrictions. Why? I was going to say,
No.
do you want to try out? Is that what that question was? I don't know if that was a personal question or
I'll pass, I think.
you pass on that one.
I've seen the shuttle.
Okay, he's not going to make it.
Not as bad as my 40.
There's no film to evaluate.
We burned it.
Oh, you didn't pass the first test then.
Does that mean you'll only be accepting freshmen come fall?
No, you know, there's guys that are current walk-ons on our team as well. You know, you're allotted 85 scholarships by the NCAA, and then you're only allowed 105 people into training camp. That's the NCAA rule into August. So, you know, if you got 85 on scholarship, you can only take 20 walk-ons, and there's going to be some walk-ons that have been on the team, and that will be into that 105 count as well.
From your time around the guys so far, is there any guy on the defense especially that's you've seen take that leadership capability? I mean, last year they had guys like Dakota and Jamie, but I mean, has this year, from what you've seen, is any guy really separating himself in terms of kind of being that leader that's leading these guys in these drills?
You know, there's certain guys that step up on certain days or on every day, but nobody really that I can say right now. You know, it's too early to tell. We haven't started practice, and it would just be too early for me to say who it's going to be. But I've got my eye on a couple people, and we'll see how it goes through spring ball on who's going to step up and be some leaders.
Outside of Coach Stoops, who are some of your biggest influences?
Well, you know, Larry Coker was a very ethical man that did things the right way, and I learned a lot from him. David Bailiff was the head coach at Rice, who has a reputation for being a very good recruiter. Learned a lot of recruiting techniques from him. And, you know, I've worked with a lot of great coaches. You know, many of those have gone on to be head coaches or coach in the NFL. And I've picked up a lot of things from different people that I've worked with in my short career.
Prior to your interview with Coach Fisher, have you ever met him before?
I'd never met him before.
What are your impressions of you?
Did you guys work that one together? Very high energy and able to do a lot of things in a short amount of time, and to stay on track and stay organized, and the understanding that he has of all aspects of the game, but yet to stay and work at the tempo that he works is really amazing. The guy is a very talented coach, and I could tell that from the first impression. You know, in the interview, he was asking some, tough questions. That, he's a very good football coach, but yet on top of that, he could handle all other types of duties and stay on track with those. And he's got a vision in every direction of this football team, and just really impressive person as well as a coach.
Is the plan for you to be in the coach's box during the game?
We haven't talked about that yet, so we don't have that plan. I've done both, so whatever we decide to do, I'll be comfortable with.
Getting back to Werner, just kind of what kind of things you see from talking to him and interacting with him a little bit? I mean, obviously there's going to be a bit of a cultural shock for him, I would imagine.
Yeah, but you know what?
He's been here for a bit. But.
He has, but one thing I appreciate about Bourne is had to pay to play football his whole life in Germany. It's not like it is here where you have all the opportunities and people encourage you to do it, and you get a lot of accolades for being good at it. It had to be something he truly loved to do, and then he was willing to leave his family in Germany to go to prep school here for 2 years away from his family to play. So one thing I appreciate about Bourne is his love for the game. You know, he if you want to find somebody who's dedicated to the game of football, I mean, there's a perfect example, and he plays that way as well. And he's just hungry to play, and really has no other reason to play football because of how he grew up. And he'll call me or I'll call him, and all he wants to do is talk about football and what he can work on now, and what does he need to be lifting, what does he need to be eating, and that's something I really appreciate about him.
When you look back at the film of last year, what did you see from the group that you're going to be taking over?
We had some talent, and we're looking forward to working with those guys at different positions. We were better than, or they were better than they were at others, and we think that we can make some adjustments and try to get those guys to play the way that we want them to play, and to play into the scheme that we want them to play, and from what I've seen, I'm pretty excited about it.
Some head coaches, if they're an offensive guy, they're an offensive guy, and they don't really it's like that's their gig, and they'll hire a good defense coordinator and let them handle that. It seems to me that Jimbo's got a very strong idea of what he wants on defense too. What did you think when he was, like you were saying, he's got a vision of about everything? What did you think about that when you saw an offensive coordinator, head coach, start talking defense the way he was?
Well, it just showed me how much he knows about the game. He's got an idea of what he wants to do and everything, like you pointed out, and he had an idea of, I think, of what he wanted to do on defense too. And Coach Stoops has a great plan and has had a successful defense everywhere he's worked, and I think the two just matched. And I was very impressed with Coach Fisher and his emphasis on defense, being an offensive guy, and having a vision to be good on defense. And Coach Stoops, having worked with him before, he knows how to put it together, and I think it's just a perfect match there.